When approaching a problem like number 9, it's best to look at each part of the figure individually and then the figure as a whole. So for example, I see a lot of small triangles. So we've got this right triangle with M, we've got a right triangle over here, right triangle here, here, and here. I've got this triangle that contains P and Q. I've got this triangle that has 70, this small triangle in here with S, N, and this triangle next to M. And then I've got this shape on the inside. So we have all these individual parts, but these individual parts come together to create larger shapes. So for example, if I were to take a look, I have overlapping triangles. So if I look at angle Q, then I come over here to the vertex of 112. I can come down here to the triangle connected to U and then back to Q. So we have a large triangle there. I have a triangle containing N. So if we go from angle N to the linear pair of angle P over here to where R is and back, we've got a triangle there. So there are a lot of different options, and I really encourage you to be able to visualize all those different options. All right, so if we think about going in alphabetical order, M is the first one, and I think M is an easy place to get started. So M is a part of this right triangle here. So I know that M plus 60 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 180. So combine like terms, M plus 150 equals 180. Therefore, M is equal to 30 degrees. All right. N would be another one that's relatively easy. If I take a look here, this is angle N. This is N's vertical angle, so it is also equal to the value of N. If I think about the vertical angle of N, it's inside of this right triangle, so I can go ahead and solve that. We have N plus 40 plus 90 equals 180. Combine like terms. And subtraction property of equality. All right, so I have M is equal to 30 degrees, N is equal to 50 degrees. So now I'm gonna keep bouncing around. The next easiest would probably be, I don't know. Well, what I would recommend doing is just start bouncing around to what you know to be true. So this angle right here is 70 because it's a vertical angle with 70 degrees. That means that the angle inside is going to be 110. Neither of those get me what I want right now, so keep going around. If I take a look at 112, it has a linear pair with this angle right here, so 180 degrees minus 112 is going to be 68 degrees. I know this is 68 degrees. I know M is 30 degrees, so M's vertical angle is also going to be 30 degrees. P has a vertical angle right here, so that means that we can use the triangle sum to find out that value. So we're looking at P plus 30 plus 68 is equal to 180. So P plus 98 equals 180. Subtract 98 from both sides. So we have P equals 82. Now I know that P is equal to 82. That means I can find Q for the triangle right here. So we have Q plus 70 plus 82 equals 180. Q plus 152 equals 180. So Q is going to equal 3028. All right. So we have M, N, P, and Q so far. I need T, S, and R. So just a couple things I'm going to do really quick. If I take a look at S, this is a vertical angle S. If I take a look at R, this is the vertical angle for R. So we can kind of, if we can find either of these two angles, we're good to go for the other one. I need to find T. If I can find its linear pair, I'll be good to go. I know that this angle is 68, so its vertical angle is 68. I know that N is equal to 50, so we've got 50 right here. So that means I can find the linear pair of T and find T. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have the unknown plus 50 plus 68 equals 180. So the unknown plus 118 equals 180. Subtract 118 from both sides, and that unknown angle is 62. So this angle right here is 62. That means T has to be a linear pair with 62. So T plus 62 equals 180. Subtract 62 from both sides. I get T is equal to 118. All right. Now let's try and find R. Okay, so if I take a look at R is a part of this small triangle here with 70 degrees in S. It's also a part of this right triangle here. Neither of these two triangles get me to an answer, so that means I need to look big picture. So I'm going to take a look at the larger triangle that R is a part of. All right, so this angle is R. Here we have N, which is 50 degrees. And if I know this angle next to P, I'll be able to use triangle sum. So if P is 82 degrees, I want to subtract that from 180 to find its linear pair. So that's going to be 98 degrees right there. So between R, 98 degrees, and N, which is 50 degrees, we have a triangle. So we have R plus 98 plus 50 equals 180. So R plus 148 equals 180. Subtract 148 from both sides, and we have R equals 32 degrees. Okay, now if I need S, now that I have R, 32, I can find S using 70 here. So we have S plus 32 plus 70 equals 180. So S plus 102 equals 180. So S is equal to 78 degrees. All right. I think the last one is U. We have M, N, P, Q, T, R, S. So let's find U. So if I know S, okay, I know that this angle right here is 78 degrees. I found T's linear pair 62. Its vertical angle will also be 62 degrees. So I can find the unknown angle inside of this triangle, which will be the vertex angle inside of triangle U. So we have our unknown plus 62 plus 78 equals 180. So our unknown plus, that's 140 equals 180. So our unknown is 40 degrees. So this right here is 40 degrees, which makes this 40 degrees. And if you look at this right triangle over here, if we have 40, 90, and 50, right? I'm going to have 40, 90, and U has to be 50, because the three angles all have to add up to 180. All right. Please come in and ask some questions if you need any further help.